السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله الذي كان موجودا قبل حدوث الأشياء ويبقى بعد فناء الأشياء. تفرد بالأولية والقدم ووسم كل شيء ما عداه بالفناء والعدم. كما قال عز شأنه: كل شيء هالك إلا وجهه وكل نفس ذائقة الموت. وقال: كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنام سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وجزاء سيئة سيئة مثلها فمن عفا وأصلح فأجره على الله إن الله لا يحب الظالمين. صلوات. I recited this ayah, the verse of Quran, from Surah Ash-Shura, ayat number 40. In continuation to our topic of forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness, we're discussing the discourse on system of rights in Islam by Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam. And as I said that we are very close to the conclusion of this topic, to move to the next topic. But I'm so happy to learn that that people are listening to the topic very carefully and raising good questions. So I received several questions regarding this very important ethical issue and social issue. As we have discussed earlier, that forgiving is a very great human quality, and we need to train ourselves, since it is very hard to forgive. It's not easy to forgive someone who wrongs us. It needs training for ourselves, our soul. Make it clean from worldly desires and turn ourselves to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be strong. So only strong man can forgive. The person who is weak, he cannot forgive. Forgiveness is the power of humanity, and all human beings, if follow the rule of forgiving and forgiveness, many problems will solve, or maybe all the problems, we can solve them. Why? Because the problems come from one another, by one another, to one another. So it is within ourselves. If somebody is sad, if somebody has a problem, if somebody has an issue, if somebody is in stress, if you ask him, you will find that more than 80% of the issues that causing him this stress is because of some people who are causing him to get worried about certain things and be in stress. So all the issues can be solved and resolved if we really follow those instructions of Quran and Ahlul Bayt alayhimu salatu wassalam. There are so many ayat. Of course, we did not discuss, we did not go into those much details. But there are so many ayat in Quran on different occasions where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encourages forgiveness. Even look in the places when Islam is, the distinction of Islam is this, that in social issues, Islam emphasizes on justice. Love and justice both together, but justice more than anything else, even more than love. The reason is that without justice, you cannot establish an ideal society, an ideal community, an ideal household. And even yourself, within ourselves, if we are not just with ourselves, we cannot be just with other people. So justice is the essence of every creed and action in Islam. Based on that justice, issue of justice, Islam says if somebody does something wrong, so there are punishments. There is a system of punishment in Islam, and Quran has mentioned those punishments. Many people bring, a passage from Quran or a part of or a phrase from a sentence, and show and say, look, Quran says do this, kill this person. Quran says kill. Yeah, Quran says kill. To whom? Kill whom? Kill the killer. But who should kill the killer? Not you. Not you. You cannot take the laws and rules in your hands. Only those who are authorized to do so. Bring them to justice, and the judge is going to give his ruling based on Quranic fundamentals. And he will decide the punishment, not you. So Quran is not for every individual. Quran is for individuals. Quran is for the politicians. Quran is for the government. Quran for judges. Quran is a system of life, and code of life. So when Quran says kill, yes, there is, for example, Quran says about qisas. It talks about qisas, revenge, retaliation. It's necessary. Quran says, وَلَكُمْ فِي الْقِصَاصِ حَيَاةٌ يَا أُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Other people who have knowledge and understanding, if you use the faculty of intellect that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you, use it. Reflect on this very important issue. You will find that in revenge there is a life for you, O people. So life of the society is in punishment. If you remove the punishment, any kind of punishment, if you have no punishment, you'll see the chaos then. In any country where the rules and laws of punishment are implemented correctly, you will see less crimes there, and more chaos and crimes in the places where there is no rule, no punishment, no fear of consequences. So Quran says yes, there is a punishment. So if somebody kills someone, so the killer will get his punishment. Who will kill him? Not the one who is relative of the killed person, the person who was killed. Not everybody can say, I'm his relative, so I can. Just like Muawiyah, he stood up for Uthman. He said, I want to take the revenge of Uthman's murder. And he did a mischief, a fitna in Islamic Ummah, which caused around 100,000 people to be killed. He caused the murder of 100,000 people around for just one reason. So Imam Ali said, okay, yes, we know the rules and laws, but who you are to ask for his revenge? Who you are? There is a government, there is a court, there is a judge, there is justice. So we'll bring them, those people who are responsible for this, we'll bring them to justice, and the judge will rule, and the punishment will be implemented. So there is a process. How can you bypass this process and come and say, I want the revenge? So Islam is very organized religion. Now Quran says this is true, that revenge is life. Qisas is life. Punishment is life. Who will punish? Punishing whom? Who has the right to do all those things? These are details of that. But Quran is saying this is right. Okay. In the ayat in which Quran says, talks about revenge, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum al-qital. Kutiba alaykum al-qisas. Qisas means revenge is part of Islamic rulings. And it is necessary to take revenge and give punishment to the wrongdoer and especially the killer. And it goes into more details until it says, yes, punishment is necessary. But فَمَنْ عُفِيَ لَهُ مِنْ أَخِيهِ شَيْءٌ. But if there is a forgiveness shown by the relatives of the person who was killed, of the person who was wronged, فَإِتِّبَاعٌ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَأَدَاءٌ إِلَيْهِ بِإِحْسَانٍ. This is something which is ma'ruf, it's very good. So Islam is encouraging, still after ruling of punishment, encouraging the forgiveness. It says forgiveness is better than punishment. But punishment is rule, is law. It is law. But there are more details about this. Since I received many questions about it, that's why I said, okay, we might discuss those questions, and they are good questions. For example, one of them was, fine, so Quran is encouraging forgiveness. Our Aimma alayhi salatu wasalam, see their practice, that what they have done. And there are plenty of ahadith. And if you remember, a few weeks ago I said that if you forgive, this forgiveness, even if you don't want to forgive somebody for him, forgive him for yourself. Because forgiving, the benefit of forgiving will reach you. You will get the benefit more than the person who was forgiven. You will get more benefit, practical, physical, mental. All those benefits you will get more than him. You will be in peace if you forgive. It is for you. So I found a hadith, a beautiful hadith. This is from Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He says, "Man kathura afuhu mudda fi umrihi." whoever forgives more, he lives longer and lives more. So his life will be prolonged by having the habit of forgiving. Look, why? Because when you start forgiving, you remain healthy. If you don't forgive, just keep in your mind. Even you are praying and you think, he said this to me, he did this to me, how can I should answer him? How should I reply him? This is your life. This remains your life. Even you don't have good sleep. Why? I have seen people, I met people come to me. I have counseling 2 hours, average every day. Many people have very little things, and for little things they are killing themselves with the stress and depression. I don't know what. I don't have good sleep. Why? I always think that why this person said this to me. Okay, forgive him and go and have good sleep. Why are you harming yourself? So the Prophet says that if you have the habit of forgiving, it is going to benefit you and your life will be prolonged. So man kathura afuhu mudda fi umrihi. Whoever forgives more, he lives more. How beautiful hadith is this. Look, little hadith, little sayings of Ma'asumin alayhi salam. Allahu Akbar. So amazing. If we apply them in our life, everything is right. But the question I was received was this. There are many more questions, and if you have anything, any comment, any question, I welcome any discussion after khutbah. So inshallah I can mention it next time. But this is something very important for our social life, for our life overall. Our life, it is important to know what the meaning of forgiving and what are the limits of forgiving and what are the rules and laws for forgiving. So the question was this. They said, okay, if you emphasize this much on forgiving, and last week also I actually discussed that when you forgive, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to help you even sometimes if the person who you wronged is not reachable and you do something good on his behalf. It comes under Radd Madhalim, which we'll inshallah talk in a different khutbah. The whole khutbah will be about Radd Madhalim. This is also something very important for us to know, inshallah. We'll discuss that. So if you do, for example, you give sadaqah on behalf of someone who you wronged. Why? Because he is not reachable. First of all, you have to reach him. Go and ask for forgiveness from him. He will forgive you. Subhanallah. He will get the thawab for forgiving. He will get the reward for forgiving. And, of course, you were forgiven. So, you got this benefit. One time this happens that, okay, it is not you, it is somebody else who wronged you. Now you don't have to go and ask for forgiveness for somebody. He's supposed to come and ask for forgiveness from you, right? But he's not coming. And our discussion is not to ask for forgiveness. Our discussion is to be able to forgive other people, right? This is means, of course, you go and ask forgiveness, subhanallah, but you should be into the level of akhlaq that before people come for forgiveness to you, you forgive them before they come. And there are so many examples in the history of our Imam alayhi salam and the companions of our Imams. Not just Imams. Imams are very high, their akhlaq is very great. But their companions, we have so many, like Malik Ashtar. If you get chance, inshallah, we'll mention that story of Malik Ashtar, which is amazing story of about forgiveness. It is on the top. Inshallah, we'll mention. We don't have time now. Let me finish this point. So now somebody who wronged you, right? It is recommended for you what? To forgive him. How many times I have explained and said and reminded that look, don't look to the issues one way. In Islam has no one way ruling at all. And this is the unique feature of Islamic laws, that all laws are balanced. And especially when it is between two people, Islam doesn't just start instructing one person one way. Do this, and not talking about the other person. Islam says you forgive. You forgive. If you were wronged, you forgive. And the person who is wrongdoer, you come and ask for forgiveness. For him, you have to come and ask for forgiveness. Otherwise, Allah is not going to forgive you. Why should Allah forgive you? Allah will forgive you about His own rights, not people's rights. So you have to go and ask. So to the person who is the wrongdoer, Allah is saying, go and ask for forgiveness quickly before I punish you. Go and ask forgiveness. The person who was wronged, Allah is encouraging him, forgive him before he comes to you. Or if he comes, forgive him. Even if he's not coming, you forgive him. So you forgive him, you go and ask for forgiveness. This is the balance for both. Now, these two people, okay, everybody has his own responsibility. His responsibility is, if he has done wrong, go and ask for forgiveness. Say sorry. This person, say, okay, no, never mind, it is fine. No, I forgave you already. But any of these two is not doing his responsibility. Then where is the balance then? What should the other person do? One person who is the wrongdoer, he is not coming for forgiveness. He is not coming to ask for forgiveness. How about this person who is wronged? What he should do? Again, for everything there are details. There is a hadith from Imam Ali alayhi salatu wasalam. The hadith of Imam, it says that, look, the forgiving, al-afwu lil-muqir, la lil-musir. Of course, the time is over and we are entering to some more, because this is a topic we need to discuss it from all aspects. So Imam says, al-afwu, forgiveness is for the person who acknowledges, who confesses his wrongdoing, who says, yes, I did this wrong. La lil musir, not the person who is still he is on the same zulm and wrongdoing, and he says, no, I did right and I'm going to continue doing it. So the person who continues the wrongdoing, forgiving is not for him. Okay, so this is one. But still, this is very delicate issue. Because, look, when I have my emotions. When I start judging my enemy, I always say, no, he is not acknowledging his wrongdoing. No, he is on the right path. If I forgive him, he will be encouraged. So you always judge him and you always look him with this eye, with this vision. So the better is, both of them should go to somebody who can decide that really where he is standing and where he is standing. Otherwise, both will blame each other and you will reach to nowhere. And that's why there are courts, there are judges, there are people, arbitration and all those things. Otherwise, everybody thinks that I am madloom, all, even the zalim. And the best example of that, best in every house, I have to finish today. And inshallah we'll continue next time. The best example is in laws. in-laws, and especially mother-in-law and daughter-in-law. Both of them are always mazloom. Father-in-law too, yeah. So when he was mother-in-law, she was daughter-in-law, she was wronged by her mother-in-law, and she is nice and she has done no wrong. All the wrong is from the other side. When she became mother-in-law, now again still she is nice, she is good, all wrong is coming from the other side. In all ages, in all situations, when you switch the relations, everybody thinks I am the one who is wronged. The other person is wrongdoer. I am the person who is oppressed. Please come and help me. Listen to me. Look what happened to me. Are you doing anything wrong? No, I'm very good. I'm very nice. So Imam's saying is amazing. Is right and correct. But who will judge that who is muqir and who is musir? Who is really, who is regretting his action and who is not regretting his action? So let somebody else decide that. So it's better always to keep a third person in the issue so he can resolve the issues based on Quran and Hadith. I know the time is over and I could not answer the whole question. Still, it needs more explanation. If you have any question, any comments, let me know, inshallah, so I can share it with everyone in next sermon. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. إن أحسن الحديث وأبلغ الموعظة كتاب الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.